Welcome students. Today we are going to learn lesson number 2, Aesop's Fables. Dear students, all of us like to hear stories. Fables are short stories that have a moral or message for us, something to learn and keep in mind as we grow up. Most of the fables have animal characters who think and act just like human beings. Means short stories who have message in it, and in that stories animal characters are there who just behave like human beings. These are called as fables. It is believed that many of the fables were first told by a wise person called Aesop. Aesop lived hundreds of years ago in a country called Greece. His stories became so popular that people passed them on from generation to generation. Many proverbs and sayings that we use today are based on these fables. Here are two well known fables. So, dear students, Aesop was a wise man from the country Greece, and his stories are still popular in whole world. All these fables or short stories were first told by Aesop. And it is most surprising that many proverbs and sayings that we use today, these are all based on these fables. Now let's read the first story, The Stag at the Pool. One day, a beautiful stag came to a pool of clear water. Stag means male deer. As he bent down to drink, he saw his own reflection in the water. He was delighted with what he saw. Instead of drinking water, he kept looking at his own reflection. From this passage, we can understand that there was a stag who was very thirsty, and he came to a pool to drink a clear water. But what did he see in the water? He saw his own reflection in the water. And he forgot to drink the water. Instead of drinking water, he kept looking at his own reflection. How handsome I look, he said to himself. How beautiful are these curving antlers. How they add to my beauty. How graceful they look. Antler means branched horns, which grow specially on male deer, means the stag. So what happened in the story? The stag was thinking just like human beings. He was thinking that he has beautiful antlers and they look graceful. Then he moved nearer and saw his legs reflected in the pool. He was quite disgusted. Disgusted means unhappy. Means he had a strong feeling of disapproval. Look at my legs. Oh, they are so ugly, all spindly with small feet. Spindly means very long and thin. How I wish that nature had given me legs worthy of my stately antlers. So, when the stag was looking at his reflection, he was thinking that his feet, they were so ugly. My antlers are so beautiful, but my legs are ugly, he was thinking. As he was brooding in this way, the stag heard an arrow going swish across the pool. Brooding means thinking sadly for a long time. At the same time, he picked up the scent of hunters. With a quick turn, he bounded away. His legs carried him swiftly into the forest. The hunters were hot on his trail, but they were no match for his speed. Hot on his trail means very close to him, about to catch him. Soon the stag left the hunters far behind. So, when the stag was thinking for a long time about this, he heard an arrow going across the pool. Also, he smelled the hunters. The hunters were about to catch him, but his legs carried him swiftly into the forest. Stags speed was so fast that the hunters couldn't catch him, and soon he left the hunters far behind. Now let's read remaining part of the story. Safe and out of the hunter's reach, the stag slowed down. Suddenly, without realizing it, he walked into a thicket. When many trees, bushes, etc. grow close together, then they form a thicket. There were trees with strong branches growing close together, and alas, the same antlers of which he was so proud got caught in the thick growth. So, what happened in the story? The stag was out of reach of the hunters, but now his antlers they were caught into the thicket. And all of you know that he was so proud of his antlers. The stag tried to shake himself free, but the more he struggled, the more entangled his antlers got in the branches. So the stag tried to make himself free, but he got more entangled into the branches because of his antlers. Once again, the stag could hear the hunters drawing close and grew afraid. At last, with great difficulty, he managed to free his antlers and bounded away. So, when his antlers were caught into the thicket, at the same time, he could hear the hunters coming close to him, and he became afraid. But somehow, with great difficulty, he managed to escape from the thicket and bounded away. I realize now that my ugly feet saved my life. I was so proud of these handsome antlers, but they would have been the cause of my death. Very often we dislike the very things that are most useful to us. So, at the end of the story, what was the stag thinking? He was thinking that my antlers are so handsome and beautiful, but they would have been the cause of my death. My legs are ugly, but they are helpful to run away from the hunters. So, moral of the story is very often if we dislike the very things, but they are the most useful to us. Now, let's learn the second story, The Dog in the Manger. Manger means a long open box in a cattle shed. Cattle eat hay kept for them in the manger. Once a dog was looking for a nice and comfortable place to lie down. He came to a manger of an ox and jumped onto the hay to rest. So there was a dog and he jumped onto the hay in the manger for the rest. It was a very hot afternoon. After a while, the ox returned from the field. He had worked hard in the hot sun and was now quite hungry. He stood in his stall and was planning to eat the hay that was put in the manger for him. Hay means cut and dried grass used as food for animals. However, when he reached for the hay, the dog saw him. Standing in the manger, he began to bark loudly at the ox. Each time that the ox came near the hay, the dog snarled, barked, and snapped at the ox. Stall means part of a cattle shed or stable. Generally, each animal has one stall for itself. He would not allow the ox to eat his hay. Now students, what happened in the story? The dog was in the manger and he didn't allow the ox to eat that hay. Oxen are generally peace-loving and patient animals, but finally the ox got upset and spoke firmly. Dog, if you wanted to share my dinner with me, I would not mind it. But you neither eat the hay nor allow me to enjoy it. It is of no use to you. Then why don't you let me have my favorite food? Don't begrudge others what you don't enjoy yourself. Begrudge means be unwilling to give, be unhappy that someone is getting something. So, in this story, the ox was talking like a human being with the dog. The ox had worked hard for the whole day and now he was hungry, but the dog didn't allow to eat his favorite food. So the ox finally spoke firmly with the dog that he would not mind to share his food with the dog. But if you are not eating it and if you don't allow me to eat it, then what is the use of this? Let me have my favorite food. So, if you don't enjoy eating hay, allow others, allow me to eat that hay. Moral of the story is don't begrudge others what you don't enjoy yourself. And don't be unhappy that someone is getting something, and don't be unwilling to give and to share. Now let's learn the meanings. Stag means a male deer. Spindly means very long and thin. Stately means grand. Brooding means thinking sadly for a long time. Hot on his trail means very close to him, about to catch him. Thicket means when many trees, bushes, etc. grow close together, they form a thicket. Manger means long open box in a cattle shed. Hay means cut and dried grass used as food for animals. Stall means part of a cattle shed or stable. Begrudge means be unwilling to give, be unhappy that someone is getting something. I hope all of you have understood these two stories. Thank you.